Hello, hello, and welcome to the Introvert Social Hour bonus episodes. So I'm really excited to talk about these recaps with y'all. We're gonna do a few recaps. So as y'all know, this is the TV episode recap. I got a movies recap. I got a book recap. I even got a music recap. They're gonna be coming out soon. So let's talk about it. In regards to the recap, what I'm doing is all of my TV shows, so things that I experienced. You'll probably have some shows on your recap list, and feel free to share them out. I would love to get your opinions on things that you think I should check out in the future, because I know there's some shows out there that I haven't dipped into. For example, like Welcome to Dairy and things like that. Kind of scary boots, but you know what? If you think I should watch it, I'll watch it if enough people tell me to. I have my notes here. Basically, we're going to be talking about the new shows I watched. There's a lot of new shows out there. Once again, if you have any recs, drop them here. But I'm going to be talking about the shows that I watched and, my thoughts on those. I'm going to be talking about my top three specifically. Then I'm going to talk about the shows that I'm currently watching or excited for. And then I'm going to be talking about what I'm excited for specifically for 2026. So let's go into it. Let's jump in. It's going to be like shorter episodes compared to like the regular episodes of the Introvert Social Hour. A few new shows on my list. Let me just drop them and I'll drop my thoughts as well. So I have Paradise Lost on not Paradise. I always say Paradise Lost in my head, and I'm like, no, Kayvana, it's just Paradise. I have Paradise on Hulu. I have Forever on Netflix. The Pit on HBO Max. The Hunting Wives on Netflix. I have Wayward on Netflix, and I have Beyond the Gates, which is like CBS, Paramount, which is a soap opera, which is a little different than everything else because like I get new episodes every single day, every single weekday specifically. In regards to my top three, I have Paradise is number one, number two, The Pit, and number three, Forever. So let's just talk about those. But before we do that, I will say in regards to The Hunting Wives, wild show, chaos galore, and yes, I am excited for season two whenever we do get that because I'm just so curious. Listen. I did it when I was doing my hair one day. I did watch it all in one day. And it wasn't what I expected. I very much jumped in just hearing people be like, oh, it's good. I didn't know what to expect. Wild time. I was very much like, oh my gosh, clutching your pearls. Like, oh my goodness. But I do want to see where it continues because shows that kind of throw you off, sign me up, right? In regards to Wayward on Netflix, I don't think it has been renewed and I don't think it will be renewed. But I would have liked to see a season two. I understand where people are coming from when they say like they're a bit confused on where Wayward was going or they're a bit like unsure of the show, like things aren't adding up and things aren't connecting. I do feel like if it was a show that had a season two, we would get there. But I definitely understand where people are coming from. Some people say that Wayward's supposed to be a limited series. I actually don't know that 100%. Um, so that's just something like I consider. But it was a good show. It wasn't a great show, but it had a potential to be great, which is why I would have liked a season two just to see where it went. And then Beyond the Gates is just like a little fun soap opera. I'm not a soap person like whatsoever, but when I heard about like an all black soap opera cast, like I was like, okay, sign me up. I'm intrigued. I want to know what's up. And I actually do like it. I'm behind right now, but the plan is to catch up. And when I catch up, I'll keep dropping my like updates that I do on YouTube and like on my TikTok and stuff. But I'm behind. But the good thing is, if I really have nothing to watch, I can always fall back to that because there's literally always episodes. But I'm pretty sure they will slow down for the holiday season. So Forever on Netflix. That is one of my favorite cutesy shows that I've discovered in the past few years. Um, it was just so like warm and fuzzy, but also like, listen, like the characters were going through stuff. Like the characters were also getting on your nerves. I felt like I was watching like two like little like siblings like figuring things out. Um, not obviously they're not siblings, like they're together, but like in a sense of like, oh my gosh, girl, like you're going through things, and oh my gosh, boy, you're going through things, and I want y'all to figure things out, and I know life is hard, and like, kind of like that, and I just really loved it. Fun fact, I did not know that Martha's Vineyard was like a thing like people like black people really like squatted up on. Like I really didn't know. Like they got a whole community. Oaks Bluff, yeah, forever taught me that. It's giving brokey, I know. I didn't know. But now I have a dream and I'm like, I want to go on Martha's Vineyard and be on Oaks Bluff and like experience life for a second there. It looks very peaceful, very chill, very calm, very demure. I'm excited for season two in regards to Forever also. I'm excited to see the two characters find their way apart. I think it's one of those stories where they're gonna need time apart from each other, especially in season two, like figuring out their college journey, coming back together at random points throughout the year, because at the end of the day, they're their families are still in the same areas, intertwined, like, holidays and stuff like that. And then eventually, like, finding their way back to each other, whether it is in college. I don't know how they just are deciding to do Forever. So if it is like Forever season two is the entirety of their college experience, then hey, maybe they do find themselves back to the end of college. Maybe they don't. I don't know. But I just know I'm excited to see where they go. It was a very cute, a very real story. We don't get a lot of Black love stories, so I felt like that was very important. Representation matters. I think especially for teens too. They don't really have a lot to look on right now, to be quite honest. So I feel like it was appreciated by them, but it was also appreciated like by adults too, who were like, yay, like they finally have something, and then like we have something to like look on and like appreciate too. Like little cute, like, teen love. And then we have the pit. So the pit did their big one. You know what I'm saying? The pit on HBO Max. Basically, if you don't know the pit, I'll break it down. I realized I didn't really break down Forever too much. Just go watch Forever. I don't need to go watch Forever if you haven't watched Forever. But for the pit, what really excited me about the pit was the fact that it was a show that was just a shift. The whole entire first season was just one shift in the ER. And let me tell you, it felt like I was there. I felt like I was about to get somebody on a gurney. Okay. When I say I was always stressed, but like I was like, give me more. I was like, and it's the way like this the camera work, like the camera is following around. It's the shots that they're deciding to, it's the directing, like all of that was so cool and so important. In regards to like medical dramas and stuff, I felt like it was the most realistic, which is really cool too. Some of them, for example, like Grey's Anatomy, of course, they kind of add a little um dramatic effect to it. Of course it's TV. They acknowledge that it's TV, so some things don't feel as realistic. But for the pit, like we're really up in there. And so I respected that a lot too. So I think it was like only I'm trying to, it was a 12-hour shift, right? Um, I can't even think. It was like 10 episodes, but 12-hour shift. It was a short amount of episodes, but that's usually what we get now these days anyway. But I remember it being a longer, I was like, so we have this many hours of shifts, but the episodes are longer than that. So maybe I have my numbers off. Yeah, but yeah, basically if you haven't watched The Pit, go watch The Pit. That's why I put it in my number two spot because it really kept like the audience on their toes. It's different than what we've had. We've had a lot of medical dramas, and for you to come out the box and be different than other ones and not feel the same is also a really good point. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to them. I'm really excited for season two. Season two comes out in January. I will be there. And this time I have to wait weekly. I waited to watch The Pit until it fully dropped. I am gonna go in season two because I want to really watch the first ep. So I think that will be even more of a stressful, or maybe it was more stressful because I binge watched it. Who knows? But I'm ready. Number one, last but not least, is Paradise. Now, Paradise on Hulu. Mm. If you were with me when I did my like recaps as the episodes were dropping out, because that was also a weekly drop, then we're here, right? I don't want to spoil too much when it comes to these things, but I kind of already like spoiled, like for example, Forever, like what the ending was for the two characters. But I really don't want to spoil Paradise if you've never watched it. But I will, because I feel like that's like a big thing. What I will say is this: when it comes to Paradise, what really threw me off was the show I thought I was signing myself up for was not the show that I watched, and that's in the best way possible, right? So when I'm watching a show and I think I know what's happening, I know what's going on, and then all of a sudden I'm flipped and I'm like, wait, huh? Wait, now I have more questions. Now I'm like thrown off. I thought I knew where we were going. It zigzagged us across the board. And I think that's what was super important. Zigzagged us across the board, but also more importantly, made some really important messaging about society, hierarchy, how money plays a part in your access to things in government, etc., etc., etc. So I say to you, go check it out. Sterling K. Brown did a fantabulous job in his main role. You got James Marsden, who plays the president, also did a great job. We have some other really amazing, people in the cast. Some people I won't mention. It's a really intense like storyline in regards to There's violence. You know what I'm saying? Some people get lost without saying too much, and that threw me off too. There is a really important character who they were the writers and even the directors, even the cast was able to have the audience connect with so much, and that felt really hard when that character was gone. So just prepare yourselves because I did. I cried a lot. I cried more than I thought I would. I think I at least cried for two, not for 2 episodes the whole time, but 2 episodes for sure made me cry. And I'm not a big crier, so that says a lot. I'm thinking about it now, I'm getting flashbacks. I'm like, it was hard to watch. There were some things that were really hard to watch. So, and I know you're like, that's so convincing about it. No, but actually, go watch Paradise. You won't regret it. So, those are my tops in regards to TV shows. So, let me know what are your top TV shows for 2025. I would love some recs. What did I not dip into? New series this year. Of course, I'm still watching series that I was watching before, if it's like a season two or something like that. And I'm actually going to talk about what I'm currently watching. And then there's certain things that I'm going to be looking out for next year, which I'm also going to talk about. So actually, let's hop into that. So my current watches right now. So of course, Beyond the Gates is still a continuous thing. I need to catch up on Ghosts, by the way. Ghosts on CBS. I need to catch up. That's my show though. It's not because I don't love them. It's just because it's been rough catching up on TV. I have Percy Jackson. I started watching that already, so I'm very excited to see where we go from there. I can't believe it's been 2 years. So my brain had to like recollect. Like I feel like 2023, I was different. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like I'm like, oh wow, I'm watching the show and like I remember what life was like when I was watching season one. Like this is so interesting to me. But yeah, like I think that's just where we are right now with TV. Like it's weird to get normalized to missing a show because it's not going to come back every year, you know? And then right now I'm watching Stranger Things, of course. We're all waiting for volume two and then the big finale. So we're going to be looking out for that. Listen, Vecna got to go down. I've already talked about my theories of that in regards to like what will and stuff like that for the rest of the season and like the series finale. I talked about that on like TikTok and my YouTube short, so check that out. That's what I'm watching right now. Nothing too intense. Right now is the time where things kind of quiet down, so we'll see where we go from there. What I'm excited for. Let's talk about it. So, one, Bridgerton season 4. Bridgerton really takes its time. It really takes its time. Speaking of, like every 2 years or so. So, I'm really excited for Bridgerton season 4. My favorite season is season 2 with Canthony. And I theory that season 4 might be my new, not favorite, but my second favorite. I don't think anybody can top Canthony for me, but I think they'll be my second favorite. Was it Pollen? Wasn't a big Pollen fan. I wasn't convinced. Like I always knew that they were supposed to be like, friends to lovers kind of thing, but I was like, it was an okay season. I am also really excited for Eloise's season. I hear that her story is pretty fun. Um, but yeah, we'll see. But I'm really excited. I feel like this is a long time coming as a Bridgerton fan. I feel like when did season one come out? Like 2020 or something like that? Like it's been a long time coming. Whenever it did, I've lived so many lives since then, okay? I talked about it already, but Paradise season 2 that comes out in February. I'm very excited for that. The trailer's already out, so go check it out. With the trailer, I have so many questions, and I talked about that as well. Check out my TikTok and my YouTube shorts. Game of Thrones, House of Dragon, or House of Dragon, Game of Thrones, however they say it, but House of Dragon, period. And that's what it is. Season 3, we don't know the official drop yet, but we do know it's dropping sometime mid 2026. So it won't be dropping like later in the year. So I'm thinking maybe they'll announce something soon because I theory it'll drop maybe in like January. I theory it'll drop in like June or something like that because I believe that's when season 2 happened, like May or June-ish area like that. Euphoria season 3, I know. When we talk about waiting for a show, okay. But I do want to finish it out. I always loved Euphoria Sundays because everybody would go on Twitter and be like, "Did you see what Rue did? Did you see what you can you believe?" And so I remember season 2 was just like such a fun time to be on Twitter. And so I want to finish it out. I love Zendaya down as a Bay Area girly. Love Zendaya down, so I do want to finish that too because she does wonderful performances in Euphoria. I mean, she's gotten 2 Emmys, one per season, and I really do think she'll probably get another, depending on what the storyline looks like and the writing and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But I know her being a part of the project, she's not gonna let it like go in a direction that she doesn't agree with. You know what I'm saying? And then I talked about the Pit season 2. Very excited about that. And then here's the question mark. So let me know. I do not watch The Boys, but I am a Winchester Boys fan. You know what I'm saying? I'm a Supernatural fan. And so I know that Jared is going to be in season 5 of The Boys. Can I just hop in season 5? Just to see, because I want to see them together again. You already know they're going to have some kind of supernatural references. Anytime they go somewhere and do something, they always do a supernatural reference. That's going to be a fun time. If you watch The Boys, let me know. Or should you be like, hey, Kayvon, just do like a few recaps or something? Is it worth it? I'm assuming so because they've gotten to 5 seasons, but I'm thinking about it. Apparently, The Boys drops in April. So let me know. Catch me up, or how should I catch up? Because I think I want to be present for the reuniting of the brothers. You know what I'm saying? But those are my takes. Once again, please let me know what were your favorite TV shows of 2025. What are some shows that you're excited for 2026? What are some shows you're currently watching? Any theories on Stranger Things? What about some theories on Percy Jackson? I mean, if you read the books, you kind of know the direction they're going, but they do make changes, and people have already been talking about the few changes they've made so far. So I didn't read the books. I just enjoy the show for funsies. So let me know. But thanks for being here. Make sure you're catching up and watching all of the other 2025 recaps, whether it's movies, music, or books. Da 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 da. Make sure you get some sunshine, get some air, and have an amazing week. And I will see you next week. Or actually, I'll see you on the next episode of the Introvert Social Hour. Bye.